6,007 pounds and greatly improved from previous years, the 267 J Flight here at Glenwood RV Center in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan is a perfect first-time family camper, a great upgrade from a pop-up or no-slide travel trailer, and a wonderful option when you're looking to mainly explore your destination and not spend too much time in your trailer, but you do like the peace of mind of the industry's best 2+3 year warranty backed up by a Jayco exclusive dealership. There is so much packed into this 30-foot 2-inch trailer. Let's get into it. So to start, here's the trailer with the slide out in. And importantly, you don't lose access to any part of the trailer. You can get to the front bedroom, the kitchen, you can open the fridge, and you can even squeeze past this slide room here to get to the bathroom. So you don't lose any access in this floor plan when the slide out is in. And with the slide room retracted, it really opens up the interior of this trailer. And part of that feeling of openness is that this trailer does have a 6'9" of interior ceiling height, which is about 3 inches taller than a typical travel trailer. Most are going to be 6'6" high. And that extra 3 inches of interior height makes a big difference. It feels a lot more open. It gives you taller cabinets and cupboards, makes the shower height taller, and it also makes the slide room a little bit bigger. So I'm filming this video in a unit with the interior color called charcoal. It does come in other colors. The main thing that changes when you pick a different color is the fabric of the couch and the dinette. So you do have a lot of good storage in your slide room. So underneath the sofa, you have almost like a storage chest. And it's not like an editing trick, like the sofa can really just stay in this position quite easily. Above your sofa, there is 2 cabinets, which are not always included in every travel trailer in the slide room. And I do feel like that's important because these cabinets kind of add more storage space for your kitchen because it is right across from the kitchen. And with every Jayco travel trailer, these cabinets have solid maple door frames. That's this part. The cabinet styles right here are made from solid core wood, and they are screwed together instead of staples. And the way that you can check if a cabinet's being constructed with staples or screws is if you put your hand right back here and you're going to feel the pocket hole from where the screw went in. And then also, this is a more entry-level trailer, though I don't really like to call it that. It's a smarter starter trailer. They are including the metal door strut so that this cabinet will stay open when you need it to, so you don't have to try to hold it open with one hand and get your things with the other hand. And then underneath your dinette, they include these handy storage access doors because you have complete storage underneath both booth dinettes that you can get by either opening up these cupboard doors or lifting up the cushions and pulling up the plywood. Both the dinette and the sofa will convert into a bed, and what I like about that is you can sleep a lot of people in this travel trailer. You have the 2 double bunks, the dinette, the sofa, and the front bed. And in this slide room area, all of the windows have these black pleated nightshades. So when you pull them down, it really can make this room quite dark. So if you want to sleep in late, you can, and it's not going to be overly bright. Huge improvement to the kitchen in the 2020 J Flights. And the biggest factor in that is the new Furrion glass top 3-burner stove. What I really like is that this new glass top gives you a lot more prep space without having to increase the amount of overall counter space in the trailer because you are using the glass top of the stove. And then what they've done, because now they have a black and stainless steel accented stove, they've have a stainless steel matching microwave and stainless steel door inserts on the refrigerator, which I think really complete the look of this travel trailer. So I am showing a unit with the Rocky Mountain package. What's included in that Rocky Mountain package is an upgraded fridge. So this is an 8 cubic foot instead of a 6 cubic foot. If you found a J Flight without the Rocky Mountain edition, that's what you get, a 6 cubic foot. They've also added a faucet that's metal, and you can hear it, with the pull-out sprayer. The Rocky Mountain package includes the drying rack and sink cover. It also adds that little accent behind the stove. And something that you can't see is that there are 2 fresh water tanks. So you have a total of 80 gallons of fresh water. And as we go around, I'll point out some of the other items that are included in the Rocky Mountain package. So I've gone ahead and opened up a couple of the drawers and cupboards. All of the drawers in this trailer are fully extending. They have steel ball bearing drawer glides, and they're rated for 75 pounds. So if you have little ones running around and they end up leaning on one of these drawers, they're not going to break it. Also, there's enough space underneath the sink to hold a wastebasket. That can be important because you don't really want to have a wastebasket out in your trailer somewhere where you're tripping over it. Good amount of space above the sink, and between the refrigerator and the bunk beds is this huge, truly floor to ceiling storage area. It can be a pantry, it can be whatever you like. It's got 3 separate cupboard doors, and the main one, the biggest one, has a clothes hanging bar at the top. And these shelves here, you can take them out if you want. So if you want to use it as a pantry, you can, but if you want to use it to hang some things, you can remove some of the shelving, and that's pretty easy to do. So in the rear, you have your 2 double over double bunks. What I like about these Jayco double bunks is, first of all, they are using a 4-inch thick bunk mat. That's almost twice as thick as a standard 2-inch bunk mat. Second of all, underneath the bed platform is plywood instead of a chipboard or OSB board. And the third reason is that Jayco actually rates their bunks, and they rate it for 300 pounds per sleeping space. These are double bunks. That's 2 sleeping spaces, so it is rated for 600 pounds top and bottom. So these are not just for kids. Full-grown adults can sleep here, and there's no structural issues. Both bunks have a window, and both bunks have some sort of power. The top has a 12-volt USB charging outlet, and the bottom bunk has got a standard 110-volt outlet. There's also this convenient grab handle and 2 separate curtains, top and bottom, so that instead of just having one curtain, you can choose if you want to have part of it closed or not. The bunks are right across from the bathroom sink and medicine cabinet. The medicine cabinet is part of the Rocky Mountain package, so if you see one with just a mirror there, it doesn't have that package on it. And this is a split bath where the sink is outside of the bathroom. In a bunk model travel trailer like this, having the sink accessible when somebody's in the shower or in the bathroom can be really handy, especially when you're trying to get a lot of people ready for bed. You don't kind of block up the whole bathroom just by having somebody in the washroom. You have access to your sink. Inside the bathroom is a foot flush toilet and tub shower. The toilet is a porcelain toilet, and that is part of the Rocky Mountain package. Otherwise, it's a standard plastic toilet. And the porcelain is just a little bit easier to clean. In the roof of the bathroom, and this is part of every Jayco J-Flight, you're going to have a skylight and a fan with a vent. You don't always get both. That's what I like about these Jayco trailers, is that in this case you do. And that skylight really makes a big difference. It lets in a lot of natural light so that you don't always have to turn the light on to use the washroom. And it also gives you a couple extra inches of ceiling height. So I definitely encourage you, if you're shopping for a travel trailer, step into the shower or the tub, see how much height there is, and also feel the floor of the tub or shower. If it's squishy or kind of moving around, then there's not that much support underneath. Jayco does a good job of adding plywood to support the underneath of all their tubs and showers. And if it flexes too much, it just can mean that the pipes have a little, like the pipes underneath the drain can be moving around in a way that's unwanted. And having it nice and firm just means everything is staying where it needs to be. Roof mounted air conditioner, which I'll get to in a second. And this is the wall mounted thermostat, which is going to control your furnace and roof mounted AC. What I like about the air conditioner in this unit is that all of the vents are louvered and they can be independently open and closed. So that you can turn them and you can close them, which gives you full control over your air conditioner. And while we're up here looking at the ceiling, you can see that there are quite a lot of LED interior lights. And what's great about this particular trailer is that the main bank of lights in the living space are controlled by one switch, this switch on the wall. And what that lets you do is you could turn on one switch to get most of the lights on, and then all of your other lights are going to be independently controlled. You still do have the option on the ceiling lights to just hit the button and turn them off or turn them on, but you do have the switch so you could just turn on a bunch. The lighting above the dinette and on the slide wall here, this is like a decorative lighting that's part of the Rocky Mountain package. Standard is the same lights that you'd see on the ceiling. And now that I think of it, this is a solid edged pressed membrane countertop, which just means that there's no more T-molding along this edge here, which just makes it incredibly water resistant and it improves the look of the trailer. Moving towards the front, this is your entertainment center. This model comes with a 32-inch Furrion HD TV. If you're not sure if a unit comes with a TV or not, just please check with our staff because we can tell you. This one does. And standard with every unit is the IRV Technologies DVD player, radio, Bluetooth, HDMI input. So if you had a laptop or a Chromecast you wanted to add, you can do that. And all of the wiring is already pre-run up to where the TV is. You also have this handy shoe garage, which is this sort of open space underneath the TV. Just gives you a place to put your shoes that are out of where the front door is, as well as some more cabinets and cupboards above the TV. So up at the front of the trailer, you have your RV queen size mattress with floating cupboards on either side. One side has shelving in it, which is going to act more of like dresser storage space. And then the other side has a hanging closet rack. And then both of the cupboard doors are mirrored, which kind of makes it feel a little bit more open and gives you a mirror other than the medicine cabinet. On the far wall, there is a removable TV bracket. So if you wanted to have a bedroom TV, it could mount there. There's power above it. And then there's also a matching mount for that TV bracket on the exterior of the trailer. So if you wanted an outside TV, you could easily just move this TV outside. Upgrade for 2020 is that every J flight that they can has these bifold doors, pocket doors, whatever you want to call them, standard. This used to be part of the Rocky Mountain package. Now it's not. It's standard. So instead of a curtain, you get these sliding doors, which I think is a really nice upgrade. There are 2 windows in the bedroom, and they both have black pleated nightshades and screens. So You could open up both windows, have a nice cross breeze, and you don't have to worry about bugs getting in. There are 110 volt power outlets on either side of the bed. And on this side, you can see that there's a switch. That switch is for this blue mood light above the bed. So if you wanted some lighting, but not a ton of lighting, that's a great option. There are 4 LED lights in the ceiling and above the bed, and each of those are just individually controlled. You just come in and turn them on and off. And there is a good amount of storage underneath the bed, which I think we'll look at from the outside of the trailer. As you can see, there is a lot of storage underneath this trailer. And what I've done is I've lifted up the bed. It's being held in place by gas struts on either side that makes it easy to lift up and stays in place. And so you can access the storage from the outside on either side of the trailer or from the inside by lifting up the bed. And while we're here, you can see that Jayco's using plywood for their bed platform. Jayco's going to use plywood everywhere they can in this trailer compared to a OSB or a chipboard. And that includes the floor. So the floor of this trailer is 5/8 inch tongue and groove plywood that is glued, screwed, and some of the guys at Jayco say tattooed together. Glued, screwed, and tattooed. But the reason why they do that is gluing the floor together will eliminate any creaking, and screwing it down opposed to nailing or stapling it just means that over time staples or nails will eventually kind of work their way up and poke into your laminate flooring, where screws won't do that. As I said at the beginning of this video, Jayco offers a 2 + 3 year warranty. And one of the reasons they're able to offer that warranty is because they custom engineer all of their frames. So this is opposed to buying a stock frame and just making it work for the floor plan. Jayco's engineers are going to design and have built a frame specific for each travel trailer floor plan. And one of the ways you can see the advantages of that is this front integrated A-frame. So having the A-frame go through the front cross beam and attach further along the side I-beam, opposed to kind of being attached underneath that beam, it allows for more structural support, and it also lets the trailer have a lower floor instead of a taller ceiling. So that's how they get an extra 3 inches of ceiling height without having to increase the overall height of the trailer. And while we're here, on the side of the A-frame is the side-mounted solar prep. So if you had a ground-based solar panel, you could attach it there, and it's going to keep your batteries topped off. Part of the Rocky Mountain package is a front power tongue jack. This trailer does come with 2 30-pound propane tanks. And with every trailer here at Glenwood RV Center, we're going to have those propane tanks filled at no extra charge. So included in our price is going to be a battery, the propane tanks filled, a spare tire. We don't charge extra to PDI it or clean it. All that is included in our price. It's a little bit dirty under here, but with every trailer, we will have it cleaned and looking great for when you pick it up. But what I wanted to point out is that Jayco is using Goodyear radial endurance tires. These are the only made in North America trailer tires, actually made in the States, and they are rated for 87 miles an hour or 100 kilometers an hour. Not that you should be driving that fast, but they have a trailer tire that's rated for that speed. And while we're here, you can see that bar running across the top of the screen there, that is the rack and pinion system for your slide out. And what I like about this particular model is that the motor for the slide out is actually located on the inside of the frame. And we have ordered this with a thermal package, which includes this covered underbelly. So the underbelly is going to protect the wires and cables from any road debris or grit. It also makes the trailer a little bit more aerodynamic. And with the thermal package, it's also going to be insulated and have heat running down to it. And what I'd like to point out is that as part of the Jayco's custom engineered frames, they're not attaching that underbelly by screwing it directly to the underside of the I-beam. They actually build special brackets so they can tuck it up underneath the frame and screw it in that way, which eliminates a lot of gaps. And by having a covered underbelly, when your slide-out motor is on the inside of the frame, that motor is going to be covered by the underbelly, protecting it from getting like grit and rocks and dirt and debris in it. And now there is an easy accessible access panel in case you ever do need to manually bring in your slide-out. Here there's an exterior hot and cold outside shower, and what I've done is I've just opened it up so you can see that it has a shower head and a shower hose. It's a very handy feature, especially on an entry-level travel trailer. Looking at the rear of the trailer, we have our reverse travel backup lights. So in the tail lights of this RV, when you put it in reverse, there will be a brightly lit up section that has like white light instead of the red tail light. Just helps you see a little bit better when you're backing up. Of course, the spare tire is included, and Jayco's sending us one that says #1 selling travel trailer since 2005. What they mean is that the Jayco J Flight has been the top selling travel trailer line in North America every single year since 2005. And if you're like me, I do a lot of shopping on Amazon. I generally like to see what is the top selling product, because then at least I know that a lot of other people have made this decision, they've liked it, and year over year, J Flight has been the #1 selling travel trailer. We've added the optional roof ladder, and here you can see the rear windows for the 2 bunk beds. They are tinted. All the windows on this RV are tinted, which when you camp a lot, you know it's nice because it's going to reduce the amount of heat coming from the sun through those windows, and it also just lets you enjoy your privacy instead of having all your neighbors look into your campsite. I've got the campsite of this RV all opened up, and to start, what I want to do is take a look at the new for 2020 outside kitchen. This model of travel trailer did not have an outside kitchen in previous years, and I think it really finishes off what has been a very popular floor plan. The outside kitchen is complete with a 110 volt fridge, a 2-burner propane stove, and a hot and cold outside sink. What's nice about the sink is that it actually drains into the gray water tank of the fifth wheel travel trailer instead of just draining like onto the ground or into a bucket. And what's nice is that this pullout is on its own ball bearing drawer glides, and it has a gas strut in the back. So when you're out cooking, I'm just going to push on this a little bit, it stays where you want it. It's not just going to push in on you. And then when you have it in, it doesn't easily slide forward. It just stays in place. Over here by the door, you can see that this is the TV mount, the same as in the bedroom, where you can take that bracket that you had on the inside of the trailer, put it on the outside, and then there is power and a cable outlet here. At the main entry door, you can see that we've added the optional More Ride stable steps. It's been a very popular option, and I'm very pleased that Jayco has now made this available. You can see the extra large grab handle. That's part of the Rocky Mountain package. An item that I should have noted with the tires is that they do have a galvanized steel wheel well. This is opposed to having the wooden floor just continue over top of the tires, and it just adds a layer of protection in the odd event that one of your tires ever does blow. For example, if you ran over something. 12-volt electric awning with that LED light. There's a switch inside that turns it on, and it will act as a replacement for your porch light. And on this awning, there are speakers inside the awning arms, so when the awning is extended, they're pointed down at your campsite instead of away from you, blasting your neighbors. And I'm going to climb the roof ladder to go up on the roof in a second, but what I want to mention is that this water heater is a aluminum tank, so there's no anode rods. It is a gas electric hot water heater, and it's direct spark ignition. So from inside of the trailer, you can set it to run on propane, you can set it to run on electric, or you can set it to run on both, which means that the amount of water that this can heat up in an hour is 17 gallons per hour, which is pretty incredible for a starter travel trailer. So I'm up here on the roof. I wanted to show you the 13,500 BTU air conditioner and talk to you about Jayco's Magnum Truss roof. So their roof system is capable of supporting 4,500 pounds, which is 50% more than the industry standard. And the way that they're able to do this is that they use thicker roof trusses with heavier nail plates and generally just a more heavy-duty construction. It's obviously walkable because I'm up here. They cover the entire deck with plywood, and then they're putting the Dicor rubber roof material. Most trailers are using the same rubber roof material, so really what matters is what's underneath it. And why would you need a trailer to support 4,500 pounds? In Saskatchewan, we get a lot of snow. That snow can get wet and it gets really heavy. Knowing you have a roof that can support that weight, it's great for peace of mind. But also, if your roof is going to sag a bit, it's going to sag in the middle, and that's usually where your roof vents are, which is a possible point where it can leak. And with that, so that is the tour of this 67 J-Flight. I'm here at Glenwood RV Center in sunny Saskatoon in our indoor heated showroom. We have been serving Saskatoon area for over 50 years. If you have any questions, wondering what the price is, want to see what we have in stock, what color choices are available, please feel free to give us a call, send us an email. We are Glenwood RV Center. We are more than happy to help. And as always, happy camping.